Hi, my loves. It's Joy Malay, the girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with some commentary on this very viral and unfortunate story of a hairstylist, an IG social media hairstylist who was in a physical altercation with one of her clients who just so happened to be a minor. Now, before I hop into my commentary, make sure you like this video and subscribe, sister. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like to talk about these things, because this is what we do over here. Now, the housekeeping's out the way, girl. Let's just hop into it. What the hell is going on between the sheets up in my home? Baby, wait, let me explain. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all, what the hell is going on? Hello? Is anybody there? What is going on? So it took me some time to kind of get into what actually was happening, because I thought that, the girl just pounced on her or whatever. Maybe it was a beef. I know that I was seeing a whole bunch of videos of like hairstylists pretending to know their clients' boyfriends, and we see those little prank videos and everything like this. So I just kind of didn't go into it up until I saw that the girl who was the client was a minor. So this young lady here, name is Jayla Amora. I think she's really kind of popping on X or, Instagram. I don't know where this girl is, but apparently she's really known. I can just tell by the way that the girlies were tweeting her or, sending her messages, and, in defense of her and everything like this. Apparently she's really, really known. She is an 18-year-old stylist who got it going on. I checked out her social media profile. She has a luxury apartment and the whole Mercedes, and she's the girl who, wants you want her to do, your hair, the baddie hairstylist, the IG hairstylist. We all know the braiders and this, that, and the third, whatever she is, girl. So she apparently did someone's hair, and there was an issue with the Cash App. She couldn't pay. I think somebody sent her the wrong Cash App, and, the girl the stylist said, well, let me wash your hair out. The girl was trying to figure out and coordinate ways to get this, money to her. The total was $150. And so the stylist is saying that the girl tried to run out on her. We haven't heard anything from the young lady or her parents, but this is what Jayla had to say, y'all.
She don't want me to take her hair out. She don't want to pay me. What the fuck? No. The whole face is going to be on this.
Yeah, she going to find out when I get there.
I don't get no ups. I ain't finding out shit on bro. I'm going to call my uncle right now. Your ass left here. Oh, that's good.
And that's where you bitches got it confused. I didn't drag her over the misunderstanding / mistake. The mistake was fine. Like, what the fuck? She was in my shop for 45 minutes after the mistake. I just let her know that that mistake was on her and not me, so I still needed to get paid. And if I couldn't get paid, I don't have no other choice but to take her hair out. If I can't get my money, she can't have the service. She did not want me to take her hair out. She said, okay, I'm going to keep this style in. I don't want you to take the hair out. I'm going to find somebody to send it. Okay, I waited, y'all. Hours. Y'all acting like the mistake happened, then I chose to drag her ass. No, that wasn't the case. Once my next client came and I started getting that wig ready, and like I wasn't really paying that much attention to her because I was just waiting for somebody to send the money, she tried to run out the shop. That's when the drag happened, because like, come back, send the money, boo, then you can leave. And if you cannot send the money, come to the wash, but I offer the wash and blow dry and everything. But by all means, they can do whatever they want. But just know, if they press charges, so will I. It's going to be charges styled on both of us. I didn't, because I really don't give a fuck. I'm going to make my money back. But if it go to court, trust, I'm pressing my charges too. Theft of services. And on that father too for putting out that meme.
Now, there's a few things that I want to speak on here. At first, the young lady saying that, I waited 45 minutes. I waited for her, 45 minutes to figure out, who could send her the money because she didn't want to wash her style out. And then the 45 minutes that she waited, then later in the story turned into hours and hours and hours. I waited hours and hours until my client walked in and I was getting the wig together. And, I saw I wasn't paying her that much attention. And then she started to walk out. Or she tried to run out, and then you hear the chuckling in the background, which is just people who, again, are in support of this unprofessional, aggressive, violent behavior. And she continued, and that's when a drag happened, and that's how that happened. And so, you know, she then goes on to say, girl, listen, because at the end of the day, I can make my money back. I'm not worried about that little $150. I'm not worried about that little. So if it's just $150, why did you feel the need to put your hands on her if you can make that money back? Now, I'm not saying you got to be no marking apart. I'm not saying that at all. But, you know, if you are running a business, a legitimate business, you know, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day, girl. It's going to be lost in any business that you make, right? Or that you have, I should say. And then she goes on to say, and if she want to press charges, I'll be pressing charges too, this, that, and the third, because, you know, it'll be theft of services, this, that, and the third. And she does a little clock, the T, the whole little, theft of services. So it makes me feel like you are aware of the process. If she couldn't pay, then you should have called the police then and press your charges then, sister. If you already know this is going to be theft of services and you already know the protocol and the law, why not initiate then? Okay, if you waited 45 minutes / hours and hours at some point, no. Because what do you think, what did you think was going to happen? You know, you sit around and you wait around for these opportunities to present when you already know what the recourse should be. Theft of services. So I didn't want to show the whole video of the young lady getting dragged because she is a minor. So it turns out that the young lady was, in fact, 15 years old. And she goes on to say, I didn't know that she was 15 and da. It doesn't really matter, right? It does not really matter to me. One, you know, she's supposed to be this professional hairstylist and she got it like that. And, you know, it really don't even matter. She don't care about the 150 because she gonna make it back. So why are you so pressed? Why are you pressing this girl in this matter? Then to ultimately jeopardize, you know, your background, your business. It just doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. So let's get into some of the things that the people were saying, because apparently, y'all, a lot of people were like, Jayla ain't wrong. Jayla ain't wrong. She deserved every bit of that. Da, 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 da. You know, the girl was 15 and they were like, well, why was she able to even book it? If she was in fact 15, was there no age, you know, verification and this, that, and the third, because the young lady was wrong for trying to book the site, you know, book her anyway. But she was under the impression that she was older. Who really even knows, y'all? Let's get into what some of the people had to say. So someone says, yeah, she sent the money to the wrong person, but no one had the funds to send to the stylist. The mother asked if she could send it 2 weeks and she said no. She offered to take the style out and the girl wasn't going for that. And she ran off. How was the stylist in the wrong? Okay. Someone else says, I'm starting to get annoyed with the takes that are feeling a little colorism-y to me regarding Jayla, who is 18 years old, being portrayed as a big, bad, mean, and evil adult, and the 15-year-old client who is lighter being described as an innocent little girl who made a mistake. I mean, like, colorism-y? Like, that is really, really a stretch in the reach, girl. And you know, I'd be so quick to hop on anything that I feel like is colorism. I never felt that from this situation at all. We're not going to sit up here and play like there isn't a huge difference between 15 and 18 years old. Okay, 18 years old, you driving, you living alone. You know, you are a legal adult in the United States of America. 15 years old, you still have to go to school. You still possibly can't even switch schools because your parent live in a district and they can't afford to move you somewhere else. And now you're going viral of literally being dragged around like a rag doll. So if she has some beef with some girls at the high school, now she got to go back to school knowing that she got, you know what I mean, dragged. Now somebody else feel like they can pounce on her because that's how aggression works. That's how bullies work. That's how, you know, these negative, low vibrational energies work. You know, they feed off of shit like this. Never, not once did I think anything like this had anything to do with colorism. And I could be blind. Let me know. Did y'all feel like it was colorism, girl? That was a reach. I don't know what the fuck she talking about. Let's keep it moving, girl. Someone else says, I don't care. Jayla wasn't wrong for dragging that girl. Why would she full-blown run out of her shop knowing the problem wasn't resolved? 18 or 15 years old or not, she knew what she was doing. And like she said, the girl lucky she didn't beat on her like a drum. Girl, I can't even read this shit. This don't even make no sense to me, girl. I can't even read it out loud. Yeah, 15 or not, she was lucky she didn't get beat up. I beat that, what about? I mean, clearly the people are really divided about this. And lastly, let's get into what Jayla has to say herself. She says, at the end of the day, I was never paid nor asked to confirm my Cash App. I told her I understand it was a mistake, but that was a mistake on her end and not mine. And the style took way too long for me not to get paid, so can she get somebody else to send it? Send it. If not, I have to take the style out because if I can't get paid, you can't keep the service. She said, yes, somebody's going to send it. And I waited patiently for somebody to send it, which they never did. While I wasn't paying attention, she left out the shop and started to run. I did not know her age until after. We were the same height and size, and my booking site says 18 and older. So how was I supposed to know? I should have carried the situation differently, but I felt played because I've been in this situation before. I still was never paid, so I posted it and said I'm going to get my money one way or another. I never picked and choose because of her age. I wasn't even aware of her age until after the situation. And see, Jayla, that's where you're wrong at, sister. That's where you're wrong at because you don't know. You don't know anything. Okay, you can't go off of this this young girl, not even this lady's, this child, this minor's height and size and assume that she's 18 because you are. And so a lot of people were going to our defense like, oh, they're both children, they're this, that, and the third. Sure. But, you can be a child or a teenager. It's crazy how people are picking and choosing when she's an adult and when she's not. She's not the same teenager in the sense of going to high school. Again, this girl drives a luxury car, luxury apartment. She's on social media popping it like she's a real adult. Now, granted, 18 is still very young. She has a lot to learn. And so all of the stylists, the girlies who were like, she's not wrong. Why don't somebody, an older stylist, hell, you don't even got to be that much older, a 21, 22-year-old, put her on a game and let her know how she got to handle and conduct herself. Like, help this girl develop some systems and to have in place in the event that something like this does happen. Okay. Get a larger security deposit amount, so that way you don't feel got. And I'm not saying that people don't walk out on services and people don't try to do the flim-flammy stuff all the time. I can only imagine. Again, it's a part of the game. I hate to say that. All businesses, whether large corporations or, individual sole proprietors, LLCs, experience some sort of loss. It's what you have to do when you are in business. I hate to say that and hate to be that one, but if she is conducting herself like a businesswoman, then somebody needs to tell her that. Tap her on her shoulder. Hey, sister, this is how you do if you've been experiencing a lot of theft of services and this, that, and the third. You don't put your hands on people. Because let me tell y'all this, if she was, let's just say she was 15 years old and with child, okay? Those charges, depending on where you live, can easily be escalated. All right. And, I didn't know she was pregnant because she didn't look pregnant. She wasn't carrying like she was pregnant. She didn't have no big belly or anything like this. So I didn't know that she was pregnant. It don't matter, girl. Now it's a felony. And this is what I'm talking about when we're in this new culture of, the baddies era. I'm a social media bad girl. You ain't about to get off on me. I ain't no Mark in the park. I'm about to go outside on my soul. And you're putting your hands on people, not knowing the whole situations. And obviously, disturbing and disrupting both of y'all lives. If she is a young girl and she really is trying to, do her 1-2 and she just rough around the edges, and need to kind of get it together, that's one thing. But now you going around and you prancing around like, I don't care. And they lucky I ain't beat her up for real and this, that, and the third. And so what? I ain't know. What was I supposed to do? Girl, you're supposed to handle yourself like a businesswoman, like a real boss. Okay, not the baddies boss. And again, y'all, I see it clear as day. Then she tried to throw in the dad brought out the little blicky and this, that, and the third. Like, it's unfortunate when we are trying to, support Black businesses and support each other. And, I'm getting my services done here. I'm not going to the traditional shop. I love that idea. I love that culture. So to get your money, get it how you live. But if you don't have the proper systems in place, you result back to that crackhead shit. This is ghetto ratchet, unbelievable. Like, this is unbelievable to me. And what's even more unfortunate is the amount of adults who I've seen who were like, Jayla ain't wrong. She should have ran down on her. Girl, no. I saw somebody say, girl, you got to put a bolt in place so that you have to buzz people in and buzz people out. Whatever it is that you have to do. But to drag that girl by her hair? And the girl wasn't even fighting back, y'all. It's really unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate to see. I'm curious to know what you guys think. I'm seeing the influence of the social media baddie, the bad girls club of it all, the Natalie none of it all. You think you about to go up top of me and I'm about to show y'all. And we're all praising this type of activity because this is what gets the clicks and the views. Everybody's like, girl, I'm booking with Jayla because we applaud this type of behavior. And we like it. We enjoy it. It's entertaining. It's entertaining. And so I'm curious to know what you guys feel about that. I know I wouldn't have nobody with that type of energy playing up in my hair. And let me tell y'all something else if y'all don't know this. Okay. If you are involved with somebody who's doing and touching your hair, girl, and they got an attitude, they arguing on the phone, they fussing and cussing with they man, they got all these problems. Don't let them people play in your hair. Do not let them people play in your hair. That's one of the things that I picked up from one of my old heads. You do not let somebody play in your hair with that negative energy because they're putting it right into your hair, right into your scalp, girl, right up into you. So when somebody got that negative energy like that, they don't even want to even be touching you, let alone playing in your scalp. Girl, let me know what you think. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you, but before I get into that, whose side are y'all on? The Stylist? Are y'all with Jayla Amora? Or y'all are more leaning towards the 15-year-old should press charges? And how would you like to see the outcome of this? Drop down in the comments. Let me know. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.